called the monument. And the poem goes like this: God, before he sent his children to earth, gave them each a very carefully selected package of problems. These are yours alone, and only you have the special talents and abilities that will be needed to make your problems your servants. Now, go down to your birth and your forgetfulness, knowing that I love you beyond measure. The problem I give you is a symbol of your love. The help of your problems give you a symbol of your love for your Father. So the situation is, your problem is a gift from God. What you do is up to you. So you can use it as a gravestone or a stepping stone. So it's up to you to do the thing. So I always tell people, like, some people say, well, I don't really want the product. You have problems. Everyone has problems. They're gifts. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have a bad back. I would have never been a doctor if I didn't have a bad back. And the reason I had a bad back, I fell off a scaffold when my back was bad. When I landed on the ground, I had no more pain. And I owned a construction company. I walked away from a construction company and became a doctor. And when I came up, I went up on the scaffold, my back was like this. When I fell off the scaffold, I got up and I had no pain. And I went to my girlfriend, she turned around and she goes, well, you probably got an adjustment. And I said, what's an adjustment? And she turned around and said, what a chiropractor does. And I said, what's a chiropractor? And she turns around, you know, these guys that crack the bones, they're quacks. And what happens, a year later, I became a chiropractor. Now, prior to that, I owned a construction company, and prior to that, I was a cop in New York City. And I was a medic when I was in the service. I didn't know nothing about chiropractic. Once I found out what this was, I changed my whole life around. So my problem turned out to be my gift. And from that time, I lived. So if you have any problems with anything, talk to someone that's here, right? Get with somebody. If not, just give me a call.
It was like, okay, we got a problem.
And they get worried when it's, Dr. Bob will tell you, they get worried if it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah. They want to do all kinds of ripping your prostate out at that point. So I had been going to Dr. Bob, and we got introduced to this new company called Juuva, and they had a product called Galaxy. And one of the first meetings I went to, I met a gentleman there who had abnormal cells in his colon and completely just bad. He started taking the Juuva twice a day, 1 ounce twice a day, and he'd been on it for 3 years. And one of his relatives, I think it's his sister, is a medical doctor. And the story is that she didn't believe that he was cancer-free, because medical doctors don't have the ways to tell other than just the blood work. But anyway, she cut out a section of his colon, and they examined that, and they found no cancer whatsoever. So he's still on, to this day, a maintenance dose of 2 ounces a day to keep that cancer away. So I go, this is interesting. So at that time, I signed up for the product, started taking the Galaxy, because I figured if it was going to help him, there was a good chance it was going to help me. So in May, it jumped up to 626 from 417. So it just totally went wild in my system, even though I was taking the Galaxy. But my immune system, because I'm immune suppressed and my antioxidants were so low, that I had to rebuild my system for it to start working. So we started taking it, and my PSA the next time I checked it was down to 157 by taking the Galaxy. Now I went to a health scan for life that Dr. Bob recommended, and they could actually see the cancer in the prostate and cancer in my pelvic bones. It had actually spread into my bones. It had metastasized. So we knew we were working on the right thing, and this health scan showed that it had started eating the tumor out and hollowing the tumor out from the inside, eating the cancer up, with my immune system being reactivated, even though I'm on immune suppressive drugs. You could actually see the cancer, and you could see the cells attacking the cancer, but I still had some then. Well, last month, about 2 weeks ago, I did a health scan again, continued taking the Galaxy 2 ounces a day every day, and there's no cancer in the bones, There's no cancer in the prostate, and there's only a few scavenger cells, which are precancerous cells trying to find a host to get into. And so my body is healing itself, and it's just taking longer because, like I say, I'm on immune suppressive drugs, so I don't have the ability, like most people do, for your immune system to get boosted up to what's normal, because I kill it every day. So it's pretty amazing. It does work, and like I say, it doesn't, it isn't always fast, but it proves that, if you keep taking it and get your system built back up, then it will go over and kill the cancer. And it did. And I've got the proof of it in the health scans and people that were there, and I've got it, and actually thanks to Rand, I got a tape that describes everything, telling what they found when they did it.
And you're drinking the water also on that.
Yeah, I'm on the alkaline water,
Yeah.
and then I've taken a few extra products to get rid of the scavenger cells, but basically the scavenger cells, because I'm taking the Galaxy, can't get back in where it got kicked out. So I think under normal circumstances, the body would expel those scavenger cells eventually themselves, but I'm not a normal person.
Not normal relatives.
But it does work. It does get rid of, and I can, because it's my story, like I say, I can say it was cancer. It was proven, and it is now out of my system. And when my doctor found out my prostate was 626, he did a bone scan and said, and after the results came back, he says, well, he's got prostate cancer and bone cancer, and don't figure on him being around much longer.
That's what he told me, yeah.
And so that's what the medical doctor in their facilities, because they couldn't give me chemo, all they could do was cut out my prostate and hope something happened. But once it had gone into my bones, there was nothing they were really going to do. If it wasn't for this product, this Galaxy, I wouldn't be here today.
Yes. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. That's great. And John was pretty bad. John went into cannibalism, where his body starts eating himself up. So, and that's what happens when you get people who get into cannibalism. They start losing the muscles in the face and the shoulders and stuff.
I lost 50 pounds.
Right. And yeah, body ate himself up. And so we put him on a nice diet of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. So someone always said, like, why would you put him on ice cream when ice cream has so much sugar in it? It's like, all right, cannibalism will kill him. Ice cream's not going to kill him. So let's get him alive, and then we'll take the ice cream with him. So the product that he was talking about. So we're talking about this. The product he was talking about was the Galaxy, and the Galaxy is actually what happens. It's a very strong antioxidant. Now it's not a juice; it's an extract, and in Asia, it's classified as a drug treatment, all right? Not here in the United States, because it's just a drink. On this product here, I've done research on this, and I put people on who are type 2 diabetics. I put them on this product, and usually within 90 days, they're pretty much under control within 90 days. So that's what some people I had with hypoglycemic, and they correct it. Go ahead.
2 ounces a day?
Yeah, 2 ounces a day. Some people, depending on how bad they are, like, so if they're over the 300 to 400 mark, right? Then I put them on 3 ounces a day. But typically, my whole thing is 2 ounces a day. You'll drink 6 bottles of this thing, and usually I have people do an A1C and the blood sugar, right? So blood sugar and A1C before you start doing it, and then at the end, after 90 days, do an A1C and blood sugar, and see how all those numbers drop right back down. It's pretty remarkable right off the bat, really remarkable.
And it helps blood pressure as well?
Yes, and it also will help blood pressure, lower your blood pressure down a little bit, because it is an antioxidant, so it gets rid of some of those free radicals in your body, right? So that's what this is about. And this comes in even little,
Travel packs.
yeah, little packs that you can carry with you. I take this every day. I take this at least 2 a day, sometimes 3. But most of them I take 2. I drink this in the morning, and I usually have packs of this in my office, so I take that. Yeah, good.
They did a white paper study on this Galaxy, and it worked as on liver cancer as good as their best chemo drug at $5,000.
Right, yeah, it's pretty amazing how what does this get your body back to the normal thing. This thing, we talk a lot about alkalized water and stuff like that. The reason we drink alkalized water is because alkalized water will get into your cell. If you read about alkalinity and stuff like that, your body absorbs things that are neutral, which is 7.0. Anything higher than 7.0 is alkaline, anything lower than 7.0 is acidic, okay? And that's what people, someone said, well, you should drink neutral water. Yes, you should drink neutral water if you're healthy. Nobody here. Nobody here. Let me tell you, if I did a test, except for the people that drink the water, if I did a test, I would say people that don't use the product, everyone's acidic. Everyone's dehydrated and acidic.
And there's a lot of controversy on alkaline water.
Yes.
So can you get into that part?
Right. Well, that's it. See, people don't like alkaline water because alkalized water will change your body, your chemistry around. But someone says, should you be drinking that? No, you should drink neutral water if you're healthy, but nobody's healthy. It's like drinking water. When you get into water, people say, how much water should you drink? Well, the idea of water is drinking half your body weight in ounces. If you're hydrated, nobody's hydrated. So,
Well, at least we're consistent.
right. So typically what happens, alkalized water will get into the cell. The one thing about the silver, the true silver, the thing that's amazing about this product, first, Dr. Pedersen actually invented the product. He's the father of silver. So any research you read about anything, everyone goes back to him. Let's see. What he did with this product was pretty amazing. He actually made this silver, the nano silver, which is a smaller particle than chloride silver. So you got chloride silver, you got nano silver, you got pico silver, you got ionized silver, right? Well, you can't get ionized silver, you can't get pico silver. The molecules are too big for silver. And what he did was he alkalized it, so it got into the cell. So silver before would sit on top of the cell. Now it goes into the cell, so it protects it inside the mitochondria and everything else. The thing, probably one of the most brilliant products I've ever seen. We talked a little bit about Zing, which is like an energy drink. It just gives you lots of energy. It's great for working out. My wife actually does these two together, and this is called a
That's also good for depression.
yes.
Very good for
Yes.
depression.
The one for great for depression is this.
Yes.
It'll knock depression right out of you. This is also with a person. This is Nutra HC, and Nutra HC will do is it actually gets people off of opiates because it's cannabinoids that are in here. So it gets people off of opiates, lowers your pain level down, gets you to sleep better. Really good for the cats too. Some of the other, so the live we talked about, which is just a multivitamin, mineral, prebiotics, probiotics.
Probiotic.
Right? Very good. So it has everything in it. One thing here.
And which one's good for the adrenals?
This one, Rejuve.
Okay.
Rejuve is very good. And also Zing will do the same. So if your adrenals are whipped during the daytime, you want to take Zing. Right? If you want to repair the adrenals at the nighttime, you take this. And don't take a lot of this because sometimes this is something that will buzz you up a little bit. So some people get a little buzzed up from taking it because the adrenal glands
Just
kick
how
right back
many
in.
you take.
Well, some people take one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Some people really just take one. When people that took 2 or 3, like they took a whole packet, they were just really nervous and they
Would you
couldn't sleep.
take one in the morning then, is that what you're saying?
No, I would take this because I would take one at bedtime. But if you're the person that gets not everyone's the same. So some people might get energy from this thing. If you get energy, you take it during when?
Morning.
So if you,
What if you don't have a thyroid?
what's that?
What if you don't have a
It
thyroid?
doesn't matter. It doesn't work on the thyroid. It works on adrenal glands, not on the thyroid. A little bit different.
On live, what time should you take it, morning or afternoon or night?
Oh, it's a multivitamin. I take. Remember, if you want energy,
Morning.
right? If you want to, right? So now I'm a big enzyme replacement therapist, and I'm really big on probiotics, prebiotics, and probiotics. And typically, since it's all together, but typically I have people take their probiotics at bedtime. And the reason for that is when you take a probiotic, you must take a prebiotic with it because it doesn't work, right? So what you do is you take the pill because you want that bacteria to live in your gut for 6 to 8 hours. Because if it lives in the gut, it grows in your gut. So that's where I'm more going after taking them at bedtime. But this, I'm not going to take this at bedtime because I'll be wide awake. So unless I take it and go right to sleep, you know. So that's the silver. I usually do a demonstration, and I forgot the all water. I don't know why I did, but I forgot the all water. There's a demonstration I use with all water. All water makes things very alkalizing, very, very instantaneously. It's instantaneously. So I have a demonstration where I take some pH paper, and I put some lemon juice on the pH paper, which makes it very acidic. And then I take 1 drop of all water on the pH paper and turns it alkaline instantaneously. So if you can alkalize acid, lemon juice, instantaneously, is very, very good for you. So alkalinity is one of the better things for you. This product here. If you want to look and feel like you're 20 years old, put this on your face. This product here is actually sold in Nordstrom for $1,000.
That's all?
And here, and if you do demonstration, they said, you put it on one side of your face for like a week. Nobody will, I don't think anyone ever did a week. Because they noticed a big change in their faces on one side from the other, so they want to put it on their whole face.
How about your neck?
Neck too, yes, tremendously. Now here, if you have the gobble gobbles, right? My patients love this. Oh, look at that, gobble gobble. That is a thyroid problem. Alright? That's a thyroid problem. So typically what happens is I'm going to give them a product that actually will get the thyroid back again, and then put the product on again and shrink the skin back up again. But there was a lady that actually, she got very upset because she went and got a facelift, and a friend came and saw me. And when she came and saw me, she got very upset. Because she spent thousands of dollars on a facelift, and the other woman actually just saw me a couple of times, I put on this product, and she looked even better than the first one. So they were very, very upset with me on that one.
It's good for scars too.
Very good, yes. It removes like if you have an old scar or something like that, you put it on a thing, it just like it melts it right away. It's pretty amazing on the product. Anybody have any other questions about any of the
Will the
products?
biotins work for the wrinkles on her chest?
Yes, same thing.
Right here?
Yeah, same
Okay.
thing. Yeah, same thing. We'll do the same thing.
Okay,
Right,
thanks.
yeah. Back in the old days, in the 60s and 70s, we used to actually use preparation H.
How about age spots?
Age spots are a little bit different. It will fade them a little bit, but not tremendously. It will fade them a little. Age spots are a liver problem, right? It's just your liver. They make it too much pigment, not the thing. There's other things you can do, but I don't recommend.
Wait, how about the silver gel? It's good for that.
The silver gel really, what the silver gel is, I don't have it here. The silver gel is this product in a gel form. If you have people who have cellulitis, which is the inflammation or the redness from like here down to your ankle, right? You see this all the time, and most people have that thing. If they have that, that's cellulitis, which means itis means inflammation. So you have inflammation of the cell, right? So what happens is you got bacteria and stuff growing in that thing. Over a period of time, they get elephantitis, they get that big heavy skin, they get thickness on the skin, it breaks, it bleeds, it's a whole bunch of. And actually, the silver gel turns people around overnight. It's one of the fastest things I found on people. People who have eczema, it usually turns around really quick. You know, people get eczema on the elbows, right? It goes away really, really fast.
The all water also has.
The old water does, because the old water is very alkaline.
Great job talking about all the products. The only two we haven't mentioned are the emitter and the cat iron shield.
Okay. The emitter and the cat iron shield. The emitter, I don't have it here. I have the button. Oh, you have it. Right. So this one here is an ionizer. It's a negative ionizer. This product was I was very, very impressed with this product. This is the one that it actually got to me. If you have pain in your body, you just rub this, wave it over the pain or put it on the pain. And what it does is, since it's a negative ionizer, it actually attaches onto the positive ions and removes the positive ions. Positive ions get when you're inflamed. So when your joint's inflamed or something like that, you actually have pain. When you have pain, your body produces positive ions. So this one here just negates the positive ions. Very good product. Most people that have it, they usually wear it. The one that I got, I tested on one of my patients, and she was like, I think she was like 84, 85 years old. She kept it.
Smart woman.
She said, she goes, you're not getting it back, Dr. Bell. I'll just bill you for it. The cat ion shield is something that I know an awful lot about. Cat ion shields is like people that, you know, like your cell phones, electromagnetic energy and stuff like that. So, right, so you have that. So here, you want to do a demonstration? You're good at that. Let me see, you'll be perfect for this thing. So let me have this thing here. So this is and what is it? No, I need you to
Take
get.
your emitter
Maybe I'll see, let me know, yeah, you gotta finish it. You gotta take that one, right? You might not be the great candidate, but I could find someone who is. Hold this. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna use a muscle. Muscle is very, very sensitive to electromagnetic energy. So if you see anyone, you put your hand up for a second. You can see anyone who sits like this, right? You see anyone has see how the shoulders are rotated forward?
Yeah.
See the wrinkles in the shirt? Right? So what happens if I hold his hand up like that, back like that, and thumb down? Hold it up here. Hold it right, nice and strong. There's no way in the world he can hold that up.
No.
There's no way, and that's actually a posterior deltoid muscle. Posterior deltoid muscle holds your shoulders back. So you get people sitting like this all the time. Right?
But when he does this,
So what happens if I hold your hand up, back, and thumb down, turn your hand, hold on to that.
yep.
Right? And this one is actually it's very, very good.
Look at that.
You see that? Now, there's other products that I've done research on with this, about this thing, because I'm the guy who did all the research with this product. This one is actually very good because it works on the front part of the body and the back part of the body. There was other products out there,
Sure.
there's other products out there that what happens is that would only work on the governing vessel, which is the front part of the body. Not the, the conception vessel, which is the front part of the body, not the governing vessel, which is on the back. Right? But this product here was very, very good because it works on both energy fields in your body.
And it's really good if you're gonna get attacked by anybody, because you'll knock the hell out of them.
It gets you really, this thing here, most people will put this on like their cell phones, their computers, something that's sitting around all the time, and this is really, really good for that thing. And when I did the research with electromagnetic energy, and I would show where the electromagnetic energy was really high, and when I put the product here, the electromagnetic energy dropped right back down again. It was pretty amazing. We also found out that when you actually have too much EMFs running through your body, your TU wave, which is part of your heart, where your heart makes, when you look at the heart thing, you go bump, right? And then bump, and then it goes down and starts again, right? At the very end of that line, it either will make a U or a hump. That determines what the heart is doing. It's either regenerating or degenerating, all right? Usually what happens, most of these other products that are out there on the market, they will make you nice and strong, but they'll degenerate your heart, which means that it's like taking your generator out of your car. What's going to happen to your heart? You're going to stop, right? And so that was my whole research. My first research project I did with that, I did that with another company I was associated with, because I do a lot of research. I'm a researcher. And so this company, what we did was, it was Dr. C. He was a cardiologist at a South Laguna Hospital. When I did the research with him, I was the one who sat there nights measuring these things and marking them down after we had all these test subjects we put on products on the thing. And then we wrote a paper, and then he signed his name to it. I wrote the paper, he signed his name to it. Right? And now I was okay with that. The second paper, I did all the work again, the second paper, and he put his name on it. And the third paper, he turned around, he read this is one of the best researches we did. He didn't do it, I did, right? And so at the end he said, well, here, give me the paper, I'll sign my name to it. Oh, I don't need your name anymore. I have my own. He goes, you're not gonna put my name on? I said, I'll put you down as a referral, a reference, but you're not getting the main thing. And that's what happens with research. You have no name, no one's gonna look at your paper. Once you start getting a name, research people will start looking at you on the base. And that's what that was all about. It's kind of funny. So I did a whole bunch of things on the BioLink and the Q-Link and 0 Point and oh my goodness, there's so many circles of life. There was a whole bunch of them. Go ahead.
How does that affect like the Bluetooth? Where
Doesn't affect. Well,
change the negative output of the Bluetooth.
No, the Bluetooth has a frequency that's different than this one.
It's
So
still
the
still not healthy though.
Bluetooth?
Yeah.
No, but Bluetooth's got everyone. Remember, it's a short wave, so it really affects only a short distance around you. So if you have the Bluetooth on you, you're being affected, but if you're sitting like 5-10 feet away from them, not 10 feet, probably about 20-25 feet away from the person, the Bluetooth is really not going to affect you so badly.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if the phone that's pumping to the Bluetooth has that on it, if it affects it makes it even better than it was because it's being pumped
By like a cell phone or something like that? No, it really it doesn't really affect it. No, because the wavelength is not like a negative wavelength. It's not like an opposite wavelength. It runs on the same pathway, but just a different, a higher frequency.
They said that O.J. Simpson's lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, for the cell phone.
Died from a Bluetooth.
Right. Well, back in the days, what happened, the batteries they were using were not really very great batteries. And so what happens is, if you wear a Bluetooth, like he wore it on his ear, and what it did was it caused a tumor where the Bluetooth was. But nowadays, that has changed, the technology has changed a little bit. I still would never put something like magnetic around my head. That's my personal thing. I'm not really big on magnets on mattresses. What magnets do is they warp your energy. And it's okay if your energy is out of whack and it warps your energy, but over a period of time, it's not a very good thing. So you see these mattresses that people lay on all the time. They're okay, but not for a long period of time. I don't recommend it.
What about the socks?
The Beamer is a little bit different. The Beamer is not electromagnetic.
What about those copper socks?
Their copper socks are perfectly normal. Copper socks. I sleep on a copper mattress, so I sleep on a mattress. And what copper does ground you. Copper grounds you very, very quickly. So I have it hooked up to my bed and it's hooked up to the outlet and wall. And if I get my wife upset, she just changes the plug a little bit. So when I sit on the bed,
Like an electrifying.
I get a little jolt, wake up, right? Oh, I'm sorry, whatever I did that day, I apologize.
Good old tough love.
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead, John.
They've come out with a pendant now instead of the pin.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, she has a pendant, yeah. A lot of you, I think you have the pendant. She has a pendant, I have a pendant. There's one, you have a pendant. There's lots of
That's
Yeah.
just seasonal.
That's just right. This is just a secret. That's just what's that? And they have a bracelet too. For the, they have a couple of different things to actually protect your body. It's very, very. It's the whole concept is the company took some major products and actually made the products much, much better than I ever saw. So I was very, very impressed with the company. So if you know anybody, do you want to talk about anything for now?
I can.
Go ahead. Come on up. Let's go.
I had the incredible privilege to introduce Juuva to Dr. Bob. I kind of
Railroaded.
exactly. that's a very good way to put it. And okay, perfect. And and I was railroaded too. I had somebody come up here to my office and bring Jason Scher, who is in the company. He's a double diamond. And explain the products to me, and immediately I said, I want to get Dr. Bob's opinion on this, because I've known him for a long time and I have a great respect for his knowledge. I mean, first of all, let me stop. Wasn't that an incredible session? I mean, seriously, don't you want to stop with that? I mean, every week I learn more things because the questions are different, and it's just amazing. But Juuva is a company that's been around 5 years, and even though they've been around 5 years, in the United States they only have about 20 to 30,000 distributors, which is really small and really good for us, for those of us that want to be Juuva distributors. But originally I brought Jason to meet Dr. Bob, and I was watching Dr. Bob very carefully when Jason was going over the products. And it's kind of interesting because that emitter, who did the original research on that emitter? Yeah. and Jason's explaining it to him, and he's like, okay, that's really interesting. Okay, great. Even though he was the one that originally did the research on another product, but very similar. So every single product that Dr. Bob just kind of went over, he just kept on shaking his head. Yes, yes. That sounds good. That's good.
It was resonating, huh?
It really was. And afterwards, Dr. Bob said, this is really good. These products are really good. And I think you said something like some of them have been around for a long time, but they just tweaked them and made them all better. Like that emitter is stronger than some of the other ones out there. So he kind of already went through all the products, and that's what I was going to do. So here we go. Let me just, ingredients at Nordstrom, but trust me, we don't charge $1,000 for ours. True Silver and True Silver Gel, we've already kind of gone over that. And Nutra HG, this is a hemp product. It is legal in all 50 states. It's done as a food additive, and it's not just hemp, it has a lot of other really important things in it, right? Yeah, and so I have a half-sister that lives in Texas, and I sent her some of these for her birthday. And she said she had not slept as well as she did when she took that in like 10 years. It's been a really long time since she's had that kind of sleep. So it's very helpful for pain. We have a guy up in St. George that had post-traumatic stress syndrome, and he had 60 sleep disturbances an hour, and now he's down to 1 or 2. It's just an incredible product, and that's the Nutra HG. So these are the products that Juuva has, and Juuva, not everyone wants to become a distributor, and that's fine. But if you do want another source of income in your life, and to me it's more about just than having a source of income, this is really a way that you can help people. I mean, my friend Byron, who moved to Oklahoma, I got out of touch with him. He became a distributor, signed up, started using the product, and he had moved to Oklahoma to take a job. And right after he got there, they gave him a company truck, and he got in a horrible accident. He broke his leg, and I didn't hear from him for 3 months. But after he called me back, he says, yeah, I've been on that Galaxy. I just went to the VA. They were saying, what are you doing? It's amazing. It's helping his diabetes. So even though he hasn't been working the business and bringing lots of people in, it's helping his life because he's feeling better. I've become friends with John and Linda. I didn't know them before this business, but isn't it amazing that John's still with us because he's taking the Galaxy, and it's really helping the way he feels and what's going on with his body. So to me, it's not just about the money, it's about the fact that we really, really can transform people's life. We can transform their bank account too, but also their health, right? So, now, most of us are on the 50-50-50 plan, right? By the way, this is my office. If any of you need life insurance policies, please come back to me during the week. You know, what? But we're on this, whatever we do, we go to work, and, you know, it used to be 40-40-40. We used to work 40 hours a week and work 40 years, and now it's 50-50-50. It's just, you know, life has gotten longer. I know for me, I'm 63 years young. I get to say that because I jumped out of an airplane on my 60th birthday, right? But I've delayed Social Security. I'm not going to take it yet. I want the most money out of it, right? So I'm not taking it yet. So all of us are working longer, doing more, but sometimes we're just kind of on a treadmill and we keep on going. So this is an opportunity to add some income to our life. 95% of Americans trade dollars for hours, right? Dr. Bob is amazing, and lots of wonderful patients go to him. But in actuality, there are still only so many hours in a day. Now, I've been a patient of Dr. Bob, so I know how much he charges. He doesn't charge us. But if he charged $500 an hour, it wouldn't matter. You still are trading time for. Now, don't you wish, you know, we're gonna up your.
I'm a lot more than 500,000.
What?
I'm a lot more than 500,000.
Well, no. I'm talking about a visit.
Oh, visit, right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You still, even though you're making a lot more per hour, you're still trading dollars per hour. This is a way that you can leverage your time by sharing and being able to get out there and have other people be part of your team. This is leveraged income. So, there's 4 ways to earn money in Juuva. One is retail sales. The second is fast start bonus when people come in. The third is the multi-leg bonus. And the fourth is the leadership bonus. I don't want to go into all the details you can get with the person that brought you, but just suffice it to say, this has a tremendous way to help people leverage their time and money. This is a great example. Would you like a penny double for a month or $1 million?
What makes it, how does it stand out compared to a lot of other MLMs?
Oh.
There's a ton of them out there, so.
Great question. There is something that they call the 30% challenge in Juuva. And this is what the 30% challenge is in Juuva. I have somebody, actually it's Maggie Choice's person, that is going to be talking to our master distributor up in Utah. He's very, very big in another MLM company. In fact, he lives here in Vegas. The 30% challenge, the Juuva office will actually take anybody's distributors downline and the money that they make and put it through the matrix. And they've done it now, I think, with 26 different companies. Every company, Juuva pays 30% more than other companies. Why? Because they're very distributor focused, and 50% of the PV that comes in goes right back to the distributor's pocketbook. So they're very, very good. I mean, in fact, Juuva's founders, Grant Pace, wrote a 18 values that I won't go through right now. but suffice it to say that they're doing all kinds of fantastic things, going global, they're going into China, and he was offered a significant amount of money to be able to merge and go with another company, and he said no, and the reason he said no wasn't because it wasn't a good financial deal for him, but they're going to keep their values and keep putting distributors first. So they're a company of high integrity. The program's pretty easy. It's teach two to reach two. Now, not everyone's a salesperson, and I get that. But how many of you know two people that either have health issues that want help with, or know somebody that might want to make some more money? How many of you know at least two people that either want better health or more money? Everyone, right? And that's all Juuva teaches. Just share. It's really kind of an organic growing company, the way it's done. This is a little bit of an example of what can happen if you do that, and you do that on a monthly basis. You can create a significant income. One of the things that we have in Juuva is called Summit. And Summit's kind of like our back office training, all kinds of wonderful videos, information about the products. Dr. Bob mentioned Dr. Pedersen. Dr. Pedersen's explaining some of the products back there. Really, really good material. And so when you become a distributor, they allow you to test that for just $1 for your first month. And you'll really get lots and lots of good information. These are the two founders. The main things are they are distributor focused, very successful management. Between the three people that are in charge, is over 100 years worth of experience, financially sound. That's really important. If you're gonna go look at any MLM company, you need to know that they're gonna be here tomorrow, right? Because if you're putting your time and energy into it, you wanna know, well, they're debt-free, and they're in several countries, and they're debt-free in every country they're in. Unique products. Every one of those products I'm now on. I never thought I would say that for any company. And I don't buy them because I want to store soap in my garage. I buy them because they are changing my life. The one that I didn't quite believe in at the beginning was alkaline water. I was kind of like, really? I went into Dr. Bob's office and I said, okay, Dr. Bob, I get the Galaxy, is this alkaline water really important? And he looked at me and he said, okay, stand up, we're doing a test. And he showed me how I was dehydrated. I was drinking my Dasani water. Now I have a Dasani water bottle over there, but it was full of the alkaline water because I have that energy pitcher in my refrigerator and I just pour it and use it. Now I'm on the alkaline water too. So, you know, I'm a huge believer in the products. Unmatched compensation, Linda asked, they pay better than any other MLM out there. It's just the best out there. Proven system and the ideal timing. Now this is the thing about the ideal timing. There's going to be a convention in Vegas, August 23rd through August 26th. The name of the convention is Momentum. I encourage all of you to come, even if you're not a distributor yet, but this is the thing. We are ready to take off from Momentum. They have all the pieces in place, and now it's time to really, really take off and go places with it, because these products are needed. I bet every single one of you, when John was talking about the Galaxy and we were talking about what that can do, I bet every single one of you thought of somebody that thought, I really need to share that with this person because they need that. Am I right? You know, it's just true. And so all this is sharing with other people and letting them know how these products can transform their life. So, there's something called a Juuva Builder Pack, and I won't go into the details of all the financial part of it, but the Juuva Builder Pack gives you one of every single one of those products, and it's discounted and it's just fantastic. And there's, go ahead. Well, not necessarily. That you, for me, for everybody that we've done, they get one emitter and one Nutra HG. So yeah, so anyway, there's a Juuva, and there's other levels you can come into. None of that's important. Get with the person that invited you tonight. But what I will tell you is that this is a fantastic company, fantastic products, and I'm very, very glad that you all chose to spend this evening with us. And we're going to be doing this every Wednesday night at we'll get started a little bit more on time at 6:30. We get started about 6:45. Bring your friends. Let's fill the room. This is going to help other.
We're gonna have probably next week we should have the business cards out, hopefully, right? And there's gonna be a website up that will show the dates that we're here, where we're here, and everything else. So we'll be getting to give that out to everyone. We just started that tonight, so we're just getting it open. So
Yes.
if you have any questions, anybody, talk to me,
Very
call me
good
up. Yes.
presentation, Debbie.
Oh, I appreciate the
You nailed it, honey.
You are hot. I had no idea. Call the office, 72804 0044. I would love to go on the secretary. You know, it's good that we go, everybody knows that we go real well with her. All right, fellas? A good turnout, right? No. Yeah, just turn things like that. So, right, close around 0044. All right, fellas? A good turnout, right? No.